Great fight by both gentlemen.
That was everything as advertised.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, and I mean, you can speak to it as well as I can. A lot of times when we have a rematch, especially when sometimes it's the guys who don't like each other, and there was a very back and forth or a tightly contested first fight, sometimes the second fight's a dud.
Yeah.
Because then those guys, part of it is subconsciously, you know the danger that they bring. So you might have a slight bit of hesitation or reservation because you know that, all right, well, when I went forward last time, I got hurt by this, I got hurt by that, so maybe I don't go full-fledged this way.
Yeah.
Neither one of those guys paid attention to that. They went in and they both fought their fight to the best of their ability right there. And shooters shoot, and every now and then in a duel, somebody's going to go down.
And these two guys, if you put them in there 10 times, they might go 5 and 5. You know what I mean? That's that kind of fight. So I think a trilogy would make sense. When, where, that'll be determined later, but I think a trilogy makes a lot of sense.
And I think for them internally, it makes sense for the two of them internally too.
Yeah.
They probably have that a little bit back and forth of, well, he got me, I got him.
Yeah.
We got to have this rubber match and figure it out, just like we saw earlier today in a trilogy fight between Lex Johnson and Kenzie Casella.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just the inner competitor, right?
But hey, props to Rigo. He got this one today, and he can enjoy that victory, and yeah, definitely earned it. It was a hard-fought victory. He definitely showed a lot of heart.
And just like that, though, we are all the way to our main event of the afternoon. We have a professional lightweight bout going down between the Steel City Kid, Nico, Cornejo, and Miguel Barrientos. Making his way right now to the cage, we have the Steel City Kid, Nico Cornejo, 35 years old, coming out of Pueblo, Colorado, representing Warrior Built MMA and Carlos Machado. Fancies himself as a wrestler as well as jiu-jitsu fighter. Is not afraid to be a grinder in your face, mixing it up in the process. He is 2-1 as a professional. He fought on the One Championship Denver card last year when they came.
Yeah.
This is a kid who, he's been an athlete his entire life. I grew up competing against Nico from the time when we were little kids through multiple different sports. We played football against each other. We wrestled against each other. We have a cross-town rivalry that turned into friendship through the years. Now it's awesome to be able to see Nico fought for us on his early amateur days and is now back with us as a professional.
Yeah.
Miguel started with us as an amateur, became our amateur champion, and now Miguel is back with us as a professional. I've mentioned this multiple times across the broadcast, but I love being able to see the growth and follow the careers of our homebred fighters that we have.
Definitely, man, definitely. And Nico did have his last fight was a loss on ONE FC, but it was to absolute phenom. It didn't go his way, so I'm excited to see what he does in this fight. You know,
he went up against one of the leagues. And the youngest at that, which a lot of times in, if you know anything about sports families, folks, a lot of times the youngest one, that's the most dangerous one out of all of them because they've been getting their asses whooped by all the older ones their entire life.
Yeah, definitely. Now we got Miguel Barrientos coming out. Miguel was actually in 2024, he was the #1 amateur lightweight in the country. I'm really high on this kid. He's very exciting. He's exciting on the ground. He's exciting on the feet. He has that Mexican heart and spirit. We're in for a war here.
Absolutely. I mean, if you ask Miguel what his fighting style is, he says Mexican style. The very first time that I asked him, I said, hey, bro, you got to help me out here when I interviewed him and say, I know what you mean by you saying that, but I'm a gringo, dog. So I know that just say that you're a Mexican style fighter. Some people might get a little bit offended. Can you elaborate so that when I say it the next time, nobody gets their feathers in a bunch?
Right.
But, all right, Mexican style. I go to war. I want to kill or be killed.
Yep. He really is that. He really is that guy. He is not looking to win by decision. He's not looking to squeak out a win. He is a real killer, be killed. He's very exciting. I'm really high on this kid, and yeah, man, I can't wait for this fight. He's training out of Sub House and Genesis Training Center, so he's working a lot with Coach Mike Schultz on his kickboxing, so I'm excited to see how he's evolved his striking.
Absolutely. You know, having that growth and evolution with the full-fledged camp chain and all that, I'm interested to see what he brings in the mix. And I'll tell you this, though, stylistically, Nico's pure nasty.
Yeah.
Like he wants to get in your face and he wants to break you in the process.
Yeah.
And Miguel's a little bit heavy as well. Just to call it for what it is. We love the kid, all due respect to him, but we have to call it out. He's a professional and he did not make the scale.
Yeah, he missed by 0.8 and, you know, a younger pro made a mistake. I'm sure he will make those adjustments and not let that happen again.
Certainly. But I do know that on the counter that got a little bit of charge in his opponent. Like, hey, like,
yeah,
I'm going to go out there and I want to make him pay for it.
Yeah, definitely. And Nico is stalking him right now. They're both staring each other down, man. This is going to be an absolute war, you can just tell. Nico was, I believe he was undefeated as an amateur, undefeated as a pro. So his only loss is to the Phenom Lee. So, I mean, it's a tough fighter, and we're excited to see what he does here coming off that loss.
And he just brings that Pueblo, that blue-collar grit.
Yeah.
And in the North Platte, Barber's red corner with a record at 1 win, no losses. Standing weighing in at 156 pounds, representing Genesis Training Academy, Miguel
Yeah, these guys are going to go at it. I'd imagine Nico will probably look to take this down at some point to the ground. Is where he's most comfortable. Miguel, like I said, he's been working a lot on his kickboxing with Coach Mike Schultz from Genesis Training Academy, so excited to see how this one plays out.
Absolutely, and he's going to have to be careful on the shot because Miguel has submitted high-level wrestlers off of their shot like Zeke Ramirez to win our Colorado Combat Club title.
Yeah, definitely. There he is, Miguel's out on the low kick. Starts with a nice little inside low kick.
Nico being quartered by Jeff Santos and Gabe Charbonneau. One thing that, you know, in MMA math doesn't always align, but one of Nico's training partners is Chris Lalone, who did have a victory over Miguel. So sometimes it does help having some intel. Not always.
Yeah.
It does help when you have someone who is close in your camp who spent those minutes in the cage with someone.
Definitely, definitely. And if you look back on that fight, it was a very close fight between Miguel and Chris. Miguel was definitely coming on strong with powerful elbows here by Miguel. Beautiful elbows by Miguel. He's doing a great job defending the takedown and landing some damage here. See if he can turn him. There it is. He's looking for it. Nico's got a tight grip on him, though. He doesn't want to let him go.
I would like to see Nico work his head position a little bit better from this spot, though. He's kind of letting his head float out. If he were to put the crown of his head into Miguel's chin, it's going to help him a little bit more with that body positioning right there. Him not having a head position is what allowed for the space for Miguel to clinch or rotate in that clinch, if you will.
Definitely.
They're both a little loose with the head. That's why they're able to rotate and exchange real estate.
Miguel's got a tight guillotine on him. It's deep. It's deep. He's got him up against the cage.
He's going hip in. This is going to be tough for Nico to get out of.
It looks like he's thinking about tapping. Wow. Very tough. Very tough about Nico surviving that. Oh,
big
nice
overhand for Nico off of the takedown attempt, or the takedown feint at least.
Yeah, nice overhand by him.
We see a lot of success with that from wrestlers, though, too, right?
Because
you're so used to watching the change.
Beautiful right hand by Miguel. Nice teep. He hurt him. He hurt him.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Let's go.
Barrientos looking to roll up for the finish.
Beautiful work by Miguel Barrientos. Beautiful work. That kid is an absolute star. He is a star in the making.
Finishing sequence initiated by the body kick. Congratulations to Miguel Barrientos picking up the first round TKO victory.
What an absolute star. You guys are going to see this kid in the UFC, I'm telling you. So enjoy it while you can, watching him on the regionals.
Where's that bonus at? Where's that bonus at, baby? Samuel!
And congratulations to Miguel Barrientos, remaining undefeated. Pushes his record to a perfect 2-0. As Art mentioned, this is a kid who has such a bright future. He's a grappler by background and by his original specialty, but he's a kid who doesn't really care about using his grappling.
Yeah.
He wants to go in and he wants to bang. He wants to go to war. He cites that he has that lion heart type of style that I am not out until I am out. This is just something that you have to love seeing the growth. And it's, on the flip side, all respect, love, and credit to Nico.
Yeah, very
and that
tough.
Warrior Built camp. I mean, they came up here, they wanted to go to war,
Yeah.
they were ready for business, and Nico brought the fight. He landed, and he had his moments of success against Miguel. This was everything that we could have asked for these two early pros in this
Definitely.
main event fight.
Definitely.
Miguel just ultimately was able to find his way.
Yeah, props to Nico, very tough. It was a tight guillotine on him early. He fought through it. Tried to get the takedown, it just wasn't happening. Props to him, and I'm going to do something for Miguel. We're going to go ahead and give him a $250 bonus for his performance. I'm going to go hand that to him right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner today at 2 minutes 17 seconds of the first round by technical knockout, Nico!
Hey, gracias a todos. Gracias a toda mi familia, a todos los que vinieron a apoyar. El que quiera y cuando quiera. ¡Y viva México, cabrones!
My friends, thank you for joining us today for what turned out to be one hell of an afternoon. My goodness, please do not forget to tip your waiters, waitresses, and bartenders. And thank you all.
Congratulations to Miguel Barrientos picking up that victory by TKO. They're in the first round here in our main event at Colorado Combat Club 23.